especially at the beginning of our nation's history, to make, I guess you could say, create Southern food, American food, and everyone has an impact on American food. So it's not just one culture dominating, you know, what America eats. The leavening agent wasn't around in the 17th, 18th centuries. So what they'll do is they basically break the cornmeal down, break the hominy corn down into meal, and then they'll make it into a patty, usually just with water, maybe salt, pepper, maybe some honey, maybe buttermilk, cream, make it into a patty and fry it in lard. And that's how it was commonly fried, or just fried just straight on the hearth. Sometimes burying the whole cakes actually in the ash and letting the heat of the ash bake the cake. We call them ash cakes. Or taking the poplar leaf or corn husk, wrapping it, and then burying it in the ash. Also, you could cook the whole cakes dry on the griddle, and everybody throughout Virginia, even George Washington, one of his favorite meals for breakfast was whole cakes and honey. So we're talking about all classes eating whole cakes. So, and good. Like I said, if you know how to prepare them right, eat your finger off. Good stuff. Now, a lot of folks, there's a lot of conjecture and debate on how some of these African crops will get here to North America. One of the ways through slave shipping. A lot of slaving ships noticed that many of the Africans on the ship were not eating crops that they weren't accustomed to. So they would bring a lot of the crops on the ships as they crossed the Atlantic. I'm going to read this to you. This is from Alexander Falconbridge. He describes what Africans are eating actually on the ships. Listen to this. He says that the diet of the Negroes while on board consists chiefly of horse beans boiled to the consistency of a pulp, of boiled yams and rice, and some small quantity of beef or pork. Now that pork part, in terms of some of those Africans who are Muslim, creates a problem. So one of the first Southern cookbooks printed by an American, printed by Mary Randolph in 1824. Mary Randolph very much had her love for African food, and she was also a slave owner as well. I say that, you know, food brings all Americans together, and that's a typical picture of what America is, all different kinds of shades and cultures, and everybody, you know, coming together as family, and when food has to do with it, that brings everyone together, and everything else is forgotten, at least for that little bit of time that you come together as food. So food builds bridges.